my manager, he called me, and it was actually pretty funny because I was, talking with my fans. Oh, what event would you guys like me to see me on? I'd gone to like Disney on Ice at the Honda Center with my daughter a little bit before. I was like, man, there's gonna be an event here. This is what it's gonna be like. So I was already like imagining how cool it would be, but I didn't think that I would get the call so soon, especially because I just fought in November, And then he called me. He's like, oh, we got a fight for you. I'm like, who? Amanda Lemos. I'm like, oh my gosh, So I was so excited for Anaheim, but definitely when they told me against Amanda Lemos, I was like, that's a hard one. I really thought that for the perfect world, I think to fight her would be with a good camp, a longer camp. But then at the same time, it's like, how can you say no to this? It's like she's ahead of me. I'm just coming off of a loss. Usually when we lose, we have to kind of marinate that for a long time until we can get a win back in, and to be able to be fighting so soon against someone like Amanda Lemos, who's similar style with the knockout power and everything. She's not so much like crazy movement and everything like that. So I was like, yeah, she's ahead of me. She just fought for the belt, so I really feel like a good win over her can keep me, where I need to be, where I want to be to get to the belt. And also being here in California, I don't need to travel. It's just right here. So it was almost better. I really always wanted to be that type of fighter for the UFC where they can just call me and I'm always like ready to go. But yeah, just to be able to be here and kind of getting the four weeks, you don't really have time to overthink anything, It's just go and trust the process. And I really try to work my physique, my strength and training, and I didn't focus too much on getting the best technique and things like that. And honestly, I'm not even really worried about how I'm gonna look in this fight. I'm just going out there to win and go after it. Yeah, for sure. Definitely Amanda has a lot. She submitted. We fought kind of a lot of the same girls, but yeah, definitely the fact that it's not a totally different style. It was like, okay, all the mistakes are fresh in my mind, so I'm really like excited to be able to correct that and show that it's such a big card too, a pay-per-view, $298 with the best of the best basically here. My two biggest lessons I took from that, I was trying to really show like, hey, I'm more involved, I know how to be strategic when I need to. I think going against Jessica, anyone who sees her, she tends to kind of come at you a lot, especially with her hooks, but she was coming with three losses where she was knocked out and submitted, all because she was kind of going forward. So we kind of wanted her to do that same thing. I knew that, she's so experienced, so she could come in this fight, learning from her mistakes too and being more calm, which is what happened. Her corner the whole round was like, calm, yes, stay there, and I'm just trying to kind of just poke at her to get her to get that opening so I could go for the takedown. But it's clear to me I kind of just need to be more like Khabib and just go forward. That's my style, and keep them on their back feet and just pressuring and have them, concerned about the takedown and just me getting close to them all the time. It's almost easier to close them off instead of, being the strategic and giving too much opportunities for something to land, and that was one of the biggest things. And the second was just when I did land some shots, I got excited about it. And then I landed like a 1-2, and then I wanted to throw like a 3-4-5 instead of like, now is a good time to go for the takedown. Which I think is just really sparring and experience and getting that quick reaction when you see the opportunity, and I get excited. And I land it and I want to keep punching more. Yeah, totally. I even said in some of the interviews, like in these 4 weeks, I trained more than I was able to train in the 2 months I prepared for Jessica. So just because that page was turned, thankfully, financially, emotionally, physically, just everything I could, how much I could dedicate to my camp, even though it was a short amount of time. I'm so happy of where I'm at right now. And of course, wins or losses, that's why I never wanted to, anything I talked about with my personal life, I know everyone goes through problems in life, it's normal, for sure we don't want to go through it like, with tons of people watching you and stuff like that, but yeah, the page turned totally at a better place in my life, and it's like, you know, a win or loss is part of life. It could happen. I'm prepared for anything on Saturday, but I'm definitely way more prepared to be able to give my best, and that's, for an athlete, that's all we can ask for, you know. It's like to be able to go injury-free, stress-free, and, you know, being able to be our best. That's why I think that's the best show for the fans and for sponsors and for everyone.